Here we have a multimeter. Now, as name suggests, it can measure multiple quantities. Right now the knob is on V, so it can measure the voltage. Now this blue button, you can read that it is DC or AC. So it can, if you press this, you can read on the screen that it is DC, so it can measure the DC voltage. If you press this blue button again, you will read that it is AC, so it can read the AC voltage. Now if you move this knob here, now it can measure the resistance. Here you can check the continuity. Here you can measure the capacitance. You can measure the frequency, temperature, HFE, and here is the microampere point where you can measure the current in microampere, then milliampere, and the ampere. So these are the different quantities you can measure using the multimeter. Now let me keep it on the voltage. We want to measure the AC voltage, so I am keeping this on the AC. Now you can see that here there are two terminals common, and this voltage ohm and the frequency. So if you want to measure the voltage ohm or frequency, you can keep your knob here. If you want to measure current in ampere, you have to take this red knob out, you have to place it in the A. If you want to measure the current in milliampere, you have to remove this and place it in the milliampere. Right now we want to measure the voltage, so we keep it here. Now we have these two pointers. First, one pointer we will place near the phase or in contact with the phase, and second we will keep in contact with the neutral, so we will be able to read the voltage inside this multimeter. Here we have a socket and plug through which we take the voltage supply. It is very similar to the socket at our home, and through the extension board we are taking the voltage here, and we are keeping these multimeter knobs in phase and neutral. So inside the multimeter you can read the AC voltage. You can see that it is 246 volt. Now if you want to vary this voltage, we can use the auto transformer. So here this is the auto transformer, and you can see that here we have a knob. Now we can rotate this knob, and accordingly we can vary the voltage. Now here we are placing these two terminals of the multimeter inside this terminals of the auto transformer, and here we have a multimeter in which you can read around 1.7 volt. Now we will change the knob position. So we are changing the knob position, and accordingly you can see that the voltage is changing. Right? So by varying this knob of the auto transformer, we can set the different voltage levels. So we can go up to 100 volt or the 160 volt, whatever voltage we require we can set using this auto transformer. Now this we are using for the DC machine laboratory, so that's why we will require the DC supply. So here we have one auto transformer. Now in our machine laboratory, this is one auto transformer with which we have connected one rectifier. So at the output terminal we can get the DC supply. Previously shown auto transformer will give you the variable AC voltage, but this auto transformer will give you the variable AC voltage which is given to the rectifier. This is the rectifier unit. So at the output terminal you will get the variable DC voltage supply. This is open so that you can understand the rectifier. Now let's see the variable DC voltage. We have to press this blue button, so it will give the DC voltage. Now we are changing the position of this knob, and accordingly here we are getting the variable DC voltage. So by varying this knob, we can get the variable DC voltage. So whatever voltage level we want to set, we can set using this knob.
Okay, so as we know that is to perform the experiment in the laboratory, we require to measure the voltage and current. So to measure the voltage, we have voltmeter. So that is also available in the AC and DC. So normally in this lab we are performing the practical experiment on the DC supply. So for that we require the DC voltmeter. So here you can see that is on the below V, that is one straight line is there, so that indicate it is a DC voltmeter. And here you can also see that in the scale there are three scales, 150, 300 and 600. So according to our requirement, we have to take that scale. So for that, on the voltmeter, there are four terminals or four knob on the upper side of the voltmeter. So first, that is your common knob. So you have to connect the positive terminal here, and there, as per our scale requirement, we have to connect in these three knob. So that is first, that is for 150, 300 and that is for 600. So if you connect the supply between plus and 150, then you have to observe the scale on this 150 scale. If you connect in 300, then you have to look into scale and multiply with 2. So that give you the result from the 300 scale. And if you want connect this plus and 600, then you have to observe in this scale and then multiply with 4. So that give you the reading from 600 volt. So according to requirement, you have to connect. So sometime we require the 150 volt or sometime that is 300 volt. So according to, you have to use these knobs, and then you have to also read the reading from this scale, and according to, you have to multiply. Okay, so that is only one scale. So according to, you have to multiply with the scale. Same way for the ammeter. Okay, so here that is straight line, so that indicate it is DC ammeter. And also here there are two scale. One scale is from 0 to 10 and another scale is 0 to 3.0. Okay, so that is also used for 3 to 4 types of reading. So here you can also see that is in ammeter there are also 4 knob, plus, 10, 3 and 1. So if you connect in 1, then you have to observe the scale on 0 to 10 and then divide it by 10. So you get the reading from 0 to 1. Okay, so according to your connection, you have to take the reading from this scale. If you connect in 3, then you have to observe the reading on upper scale. So that give you the reading between 0 to 3. And then 10, then you have to, that is 10 scale directly available, so you have to take the reading from that scale. And also there are one mirror in between here, so you have to observe the reading from perpendicular to your ammeter. Okay, if you observe from this side, then you see that is in the mirror, that is one line is there, so that give you the incorrect reading. So both the lines are in same line. So your dial indicator and also the mirror image both are in line, so that is your accurate reading. So while you taking any reading in ammeter and voltmeter, so you have to adjust this alignment and then note down the reading, otherwise that give you the wrong reading.
Now here this is the rheostat we have. Now here you can see there will be 4 terminals in the rheostat. Here is one terminal, here there is the second terminal, this is the third terminal, and this is the fourth terminal. Now you can see there is this rod. So through this rod, this terminal and this terminal are directly connected. Now this is a 300 ohm 2 ampere rheostat. So we can use this rheostat when the current in the circuit is up to the 2 ampere. So if it is below 2 ampere, we can use this rheostat. If the current through the circuit is above 2 ampere, we cannot use this. Now here this terminal and this terminal, between this two terminals, you can get 300 ohm fix. Now if you use out of this two terminal, if you take any one terminal, and out of this two again if you take one terminal, you can get the variable resistance. Now this multimeter right now I have connected between this terminal and this variable terminal. You can see this knob. By changing this knob, the resistance value we can change. Right now it is, you can see that it is 184. Now if we change the position of this knob, we can get the different values. You can observe that it is 71 ohm, and on this side we can increase the resistance. So this is 264 ohm, and if we connect to the end point, it is around 300 ohm. Actually it is 308 ohm. So by just changing this knob position, we can change the resistance. So this is the rheostat.